Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill, and in today's video we'll be covering the PIB highlights of 26th of March. So you can follow all the highlights video on this particular link and you can also rate and review the course. So let's begin. Under culture we have firstly Brahmakumaris. So the institution of Brahmakumaris or the movement is celebrating its 80th anniversary. Therefore this was mentioned by Prime Minister. So Brahmakumari, the founder was Dada Lekhraj, and he was the founder of Dada Lekhraj was the founder of Prajapita Brahmakumari Ishwari Vishwavidyalaya, also known as Brahmakumari's Word University. Then we have Bang Bandhu. Bang Bandhu is the popular name given to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the one who led the Bangladesh movement. Then we have National Anthem of Bangladesh, very famously composed by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Amar Sonar Bangla, right? And in 1913, important point about Rabindranath Tagore ji is that he was the first Asian to receive the Nobel Prize. Then we have New Year's celebrated in various states across India, and what are they known as? For example, Gudi Padva in Maharashtra, Ugadi in Andhra and Karnataka. For the Sindhi people, it is known as Chetty Chand, Navre in Kashmir, and so on. Just go through this list. It's very important from cultural perspective. Then we have under society related issues, 7th April is celebrated as World Health Day, and as far as universal health coverage is concerned, so UN has put a deadline of 2030 to achieve universal health coverage. Under international relation, we have a new law in India-Nepal relations. So what has happened is that an ordinary citizen, Govind Gautam, he was shot dead by Sashastra Seema Bal personnel. So this is not something new. There were various allegations of atrocities by Sashastra Seema Bal. This issue has also figured in official meetings. And as far as the arrangement with Nepal is concerned, this is a unique arrangement. We have an open and porous border. We have free movement. We have demographic similarities and even cross marriages across the both countries. The issue of border dispute have figured a lot at various times. So as per a prominent surveyor of Nepal, border disputes are still unresolved at least 71 places. Also, various worn out border pillars that demarcate the border, they are no longer replaced. So therefore this leads to disputes at time. Also, what the Nepali media is suggesting is that India in this particular issue, that is killing of an ordinary citizen, it should follow the same approach what China did in a similar situation. So what did China did? China promptly apologized and simultaneously paid compensation to the victim's family. As far as the various low points of India-Nepal relations are considered in the previous 1 year, so we have seen a volatile phase. This is also compounded by the political chaos within Nepal. So there have been differences over the contents of Nepali constitution. Then there was Madhesi unrest, then blockade issue, and overall anti-India sentiments are on rise in Nepal. And this particular issue of a killing of an ordinary citizen by Sashastra Seema Bal allegedly, so that is a new low in the India-Nepal relations. Also, if you look at the KP Oli tenure, so in that particular tenure, Nepal sort of drifted towards China. In fact, China has itself increased its inroads into Nepal, whereby it has emerged as the biggest FDI investor in the country. Also, it is trying to have its increasing say in Nepal politics as well. So, way forward, or what is needed is that we need to build trust at border level, and we need a favorable government machinery on both sides to amicably resolve the issues. Then we have security related, we have solving the northeast problem. So because of coming up of BJP government in various northeastern states, we come across a unique opportunity whereby we can resolve the northeastern dispute. So why is the resolution of northeastern problem so important for India? Firstly, it will help us in achieving our Act East policy goals. Then if we get a transit via northeast, that can be India's answer to China-Pakistan economic corridor. Simultaneously, if you look at Pakistan's attitude in SAARC, so it has been very obstructionist. So if Pakistan is obstructionist in the SAARC, we can go towards various other opportunities towards our eastern neighbors. Then if we basically focus on northeast and lead to development there, this development will deny China the chance of fishing in northeast troubled waters. So basically, you can counter China as well as you can counter Pakistan via development of northeast, and then you can go for your Act East policy as well. So if you look at the insurgency in northeast, primarily it is focused on, or it is surviving on, smuggling and narco-terrorism. There are various porous borders across northeast. Also, if you particularly look at Naga conflict, it's a web of separatist as well as militant movements. Armed cadres still keep on serving, particularly in areas described as disturbed areas. Then last year we saw NSCN IM, that is Isaac Movayya's very important leader Isaac, he actually died. So in that context, it has complicated peacemaking even more. So till now, what has the government of India done for Northeast? We have entered into various agreements, particularly with NSC and IM. Also, all such agreements usually are based on three main points. One is localization of cadres. Then is people who have taken up to or resorted to arms, they are to be disarmed and integrated in the civilian mainstream. So from now onwards, what can be the way forward? Due to death of Isaac, the next point of contact is Movayya. So Movayya can remain the hope to bring about in Nagaland a similar situation or a similar peace accord which we signed with Mizoram. So what did we do with Mizoram? We entered into a Mizoram accord during the time of Lal Denga. So Lal Denga, he was a very renowned personality in Mizoram. So we used his power of whereby people listened to him and signed a peace accord with him. So similar arrangement has to be done with NSCIM, whereby they could be brought to table by asking to modify their demand for sovereignty and most importantly Nagalim. But see, Nagalim is not just limited to Nagaland. There are various other areas as well, or various other states as well, whereby Nagalim, the proposed Naga area, is extended. So thereby what we can do is, we can come up with statutory Naga Council. This Naga Council can take care of the interests of Nagas outside the Nagaland areas. At last, we could give a special role for Movayya. Finally, demobilization of insurgent cadres. But see, the problem is, once you de-arm the people there is a limit to how much security forces can absorb within them. So in that context, some of them could be absorbed, they could be sent to Naxal affected areas, they could be deployed there. Others, they could be employed into various other occupations such as road building, construction, etc. Assam Rifles should be the lead agency there, assisted by various other agencies. Also, as far as Army's role in Northeast is concerned, it must be limited only to special operations. So this is a unique opportunity to bring forward peace in Northeast. So then we have de-induction of Tu-142M. Firstly, what is this Tu-142M? It's a long-range maritime patrol aircraft which historically served India for some close to 30 years, and it took part in various operations such as Operation Cactus in Maldives, various operations during Sri Lankan conflict, Operation Vijay in 1998 and Operation Parakarm. So now who will be taking the role of Tu-142M? It will be taken care of by P-81 aircraft. Also, a unique distinction about Tu-142M is that it's the heaviest, fastest and highest flying turboprop in the world. So this is about Tu-142M. And then we have these MCQs which are asked in today's session. One is related to Vedarth Sangrah, then about Rabindranath Tagore, then about Brahma Kumari movement, about which you studied in today's PIB, and finally about Gusto mission. So you can check its answers in the MCQ course and do rate and review the course as well, and do recommend these lessons to your friends also. Thank you so much.